Get your dirty hands off my garment. Boy, I'll have a pony of Grand Monday.
I thought maybe you was standing on your knees. We don't serve no kids in here. And besides, I never heard of whatever it was you ordered.
Draw.
I was only joking, Sonny.
Well, I don't think it's funny. And don't call me Sonny, you big ox. Now, come on. When I say draw, I mean draw.
What's your beef, Runt?
This employee of yours, he picked the wrong guy to poke fun at. Well, I don't take belittling remarks from nobody.
You ain't even packing a gun.
I mean draw a card. Yeah, little man buys drinks for the house, huh?
Oh, no, you don't. Look, if you want a drink, you pay for it and then clear out of here.
What's the matter? You afraid to draw?
Cut him.
Drink up, folks, it's on the house.
You cheat. I don't know how you done it, you miserable little runt of a cheater.
I'll take you into court for that libelous remark.
You'll have to pick yourself up out of the gutter first. Maybe that'll keep you from palming them cards for a while.
What?
In case you're a lefty, that'll ensure the deal.
All right. You fellas had your fun now. Leave the little man alone.
I caught him cheating at cards.
You didn't know such of a thing. I beat you fair and square, and you're a sore loser.
Said leave him alone.
He's a stinking card shark.
I don't care what he is. You fellas have heard him enough. If anybody wants to argue about it, you got to talk to me.
Just stay out of my saloon, Runt.
Let me go, I'll pulverize you.
You ain't gonna pulverize anybody.
Come on, let me go. Let me in. What are you doing? Put me down. Now, come on, put me down. What are you doing? Come on, put me down. I asked for you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna cut you down to size. I'll cut you down to size. That's what I'll do.
turn to the right for the Ponderosa. That trail right out there leads into the main road to Carson City.
Yeah.
Still think you ought to take me up on that offer and ride on out to Ponderosa with me and soak them hands in some hot water and liniment. Sure take a lot of the soreness out.
Look, I don't take no favors from nobody. Just toss me my suitcase, huh? If there's one thing I can't stand, it's somebody feeling sorry for me.
Look, ain't nobody feeling sorry for you, little buddy. It's just that, well, I figured you're gonna need a little help. You ain't gonna make it.
What are you trying to do? Be a big hero, huh? Big man saves little runt from mob. Oh, I know your kind. I've dealt with them all my life. Don't call me buddy. Look, I don't take that kind of talk from nobody, mister. Now, come on, I'll go a couple rounds with you right here and now if you want. Come on.
You shape them hands then, you'd have a rough time putting a dent in a bowl of mashed potatoes.
Oh! Don't laugh at me. I'm tired being laughed at.
Little buddy, there ain't nobody laughing at you. And there ain't nobody feeling sorry for you neither. It's just that I understand your problem, that's all. But you remember this. There's two ends to that stick. I'm on the other end of it. It's just as bad being too big. Did you ever think about that? Who ain't got a problem? You get back up there in this buggy. We're going to the Ponderosa, whether you like it or not. Get up.
What are you trying to do? Scald me?
Sit down. That water's supposed to be hot, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. Put your hands in it.
Hot enough now, you can stew it. Second minute.
Morning, Hoss. Oh, McGee? Yeah, let's have a look at those. Yeah, they're coming along pretty good. Put them back in now. You know what you ought to do? You ought to exercise them. Open and close, open and close. That way you get the muscles back to normal again. You're a very lucky young fella. You know that? You could have had the bones of both those hands broken.
I'll be lucky if I don't break his head when I get...
Oh, come on, now that's no way to talk.
Paul's right, McGee.
Sure, he's right. You can say that. Nobody stepped on your hands.
Oh, it's a couple of business things I have to discuss with you. Come in as soon as you can, huh?
Yes, sir. I'll be right in, Paul.
Joe Foster told me all about him. Your friend McGee has been mixed up in all kinds of questionable deals.
But, Paul, if we turn him out now, it's just like throwing him right back to the wolves.
Hoss, he's a bad-tempered little man.
I know that. But the reason he's a bad-tempered little man is because he's got a chip on his shoulder, because of his size. Paul, do you remember something? When I was a young'un, and all the other kids in school used to tease me about my size, and I'd get so dadgum mad I'd want to break all their necks, and you'd tell me, say, son, you got to learn to live with what you are. Do you remember that, Paul?
Yes, I remember.
All right. That's what I've got to do for this man, Paul. I've got to teach him that. Paul, all I'm asking is that you help me get him a decent job in Virginia City. That's all.
Oh, all right. I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Paul.
St. Francis of the Ponderosa.
told me, I guess I'll stick around. My urge to roam is in the past. I came from San Francisco, but I'm home at last. Your smiles really sold me, I guess I'll stick around. There is one other part of my plan I want to solve if I can. I long for a man who'll volunteer. Anyone here? It won't take much to fill the bill.
Hoss, I don't think it's gonna work. If they recognize me, they'll throw me out.
Come on here now, little buddy, you're with me. If anybody in there starts any kind of yapping that's gonna cause trouble, I'm gonna stick that right down their throat.
Now you're getting feisty.
No, I ain't. Look, I'm just gonna introduce you to the most important people. And you're gonna be Mr. McGee, plain and simple. You understand that? Anybody starts asking any question, just don't pay them no mind, you hear? And remember this. Salter. Don't strut. And no matter what anybody says, keep smiling. Keep a smile on your face. Now, come on, give me a big smile. Yeah, hey, come on. That's it, come on.
My friend and I'll have a beer.
Yeah. Now, that's good, little buddy. You're doing real good. Hey, Whizzer, come here a minute. Back over here at this front table, you see the man in the black hat with the big cigar?
Yeah.
That's a postmaster, very important man. See the old man standing there talking to him? He owns the Frontier House, the second best hotel in town. Now, they're both good men to know. Now, come on over here a minute. You see this old man sitting back here by himself? That's old Mashburn. Now, he's a nice old man. He's a little deaf. So when I introduce you to him, speak right up, you hear?
What's that you say?
I said... Come on. Mr. Mashburn, this here's Mr. McGee.
Oh, hello there, Hoss. Who's the young fellow with you?
I say, this here is Mr. McGee.
Oh, yeah, Mr. McGee. Hiya there, Sonny.
Yeah, don't pay him no mind. He's a nice old man. He's just a little deaf, that's all.
Howdy, Mr. Mashburn.
What's that you say, son?
I said howdy.
Oh, yeah. Sit down. Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Mashburn. Well, Whizzer, it's getting sort of late. I imagine me and you better be pulling out.
It's been nice chatting with you, Mr. Mashburn. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sure. And you can move into that room in the back of the store anytime, Sonny. So, up with the hens, down with the roosters, like the fella says.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good night, Mr. Mashburn.
Night.
After working for him, I can get a job hog call.
You gentlemen aren't leaving.
Oh, yeah, Miss Melissa, we thought we'd be pulling out.
You mean you're not going to stay for my next number? I was going to sing it especially for you two fine-looking gents.
Well, thank you, Miss Melissa, but it's getting kind of late. We better run.
Hoss, just one little old number, huh?
That's the way I like to hear a man talk. George. What did you do to capture me? I look at you and You're the perfect shape and size. In the game of love I've played some. It was always hit or miss. I have lost a few and made some, but none ever thrilled me like this. Don't back away and break the spell. Your glances say what your lips can't tell. Play it smart, play it wise. Make your heart realize that this look in my eyes is love.
Morning, Mr. Master.
5/8 slug nuts. 5/8 bolt nuts, bolts,
Wait a
bolts,
minute,
nuts.
wait a minute. It's no 5/8. It's a half inch.
What are you doing, chugging up on me?
Now, don't you get feisty with me. How's it going so far?
How's it going? I saw $1.40's worth so far today. Hey, you want to see my quarters? Come on, follow me. This wash basin was passed down from the barber of Seville. It's been patched and plugged so many times it leaks faster than you can fill it. You know, I tried to sell myself a new one, but I couldn't afford it.
I'll tell you what, Whizzer. Old Hobsang's been needing a new stove for a long time. Now, if you can ride out the Ponderosa and convince my pa, you'll make yourself a sale and pick up a nice little commission on top.
Yeah, I might take you up on that.
Fine. I'll see you out there.
Real handy place to have a bank. A fella had any money to put in it.
Clink, wait a minute.
What is it, Melissa? I'm busy.
You have to read this. It's from that little runt McGee, the one that works over at Mashburn.
The soft velvet texture of your skin. The deep, limpid pools of your eyes, which cast a reflection of your beauty on my very soul. Wonder where he copied that.
I don't care. I think he makes a very good point.
You are the woman I have always dreamed would enter my life. Melissa, will you have dinner with me tonight?
You better watch your step. I just might run away with that little midget.
So he works for Mashburn.
Big deal. He probably pulls in all of $3 a week.
Yeah? Well, you write him a note. Tell him you accept his invitation to dinner.
What?
Wear your most, beguiling gown. Lead him on.
Lead him on? Oh, wait a minute. Nobody tells me what to do. Not even you, sweetie.
Not even if I make it worth your while.
Well, that's different.
Good. Gentlemen, I think I found a way to solve our financial problems. Through Mr. Whizzer McGee, I've just discovered a foolproof way of getting into the bank. Bill, go get a bottle. I'll tell you about it.
in the house. For you. Melissa? Well, now that I got you here alone, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I think I've heard this before, but, what's your version? Mr. McGee, my tastes in life are rather more than ordinary. The man I choose must have means. To be quite blunt, it would take a lot of money to tempt me into marriage.
I'll have money, Melissa. I promise you.
When? 2 years from now, maybe 5, 10? I want money while I'm still young enough to count it.
Well, I expect to inherit a large sum of money. Any day now.
Really? Oh, you mean you have rich relatives?
When I do, I'll make you the belle of Virginia City. I'll buy all the latest fashions. I'll sprinkle gold dust in your hair.
Melissa?
Mr. McGee, you fascinate me. But right now, I've got to get ready for my number. When I come back, we'll talk some more about your rich relatives. Hmm?
And in cash.
You know, been meaning to speak to you. Yes, sir. I've been meaning to speak to you about establishing credit in your little establishment.
You mean you can't pay this?
I'm temporarily short of funds this week. However, by next week, I'll be able...
Next week, nothing. I ought to know better, you little chiseler. I ought to squeeze you 2 feet short in your eye.
Hey, what's going on?
This little runt's trying to stick me with this big check.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Look, I'm not running this joint for charity.
Just put Mr. McGee's bill on my account, Red.
What?
He's a friend of mine. I'm glad to help him out.
I don't understand.
Oh, I know how it is to be temporarily short of funds, so just count on me for any credit you need. But right now, let's have a little drink. Bertie?
Deal me out of this one, boys.
Come in. Come in. I'm used to having people drop in while I'm dressing.
I could wait out here.
That's all right. Have a seat, Mr. Cartwright.
I'll only be a minute. I want to talk to you about Mr. McGee.
Oh? What about McGee?
He's a friend of mine, ma'am. I sort of have a stake in his future. Sure would hate to see him get loused up.
And what is that remark supposed to mean? Mr. McGee proposed marriage, Mr. Cartwright.
Yeah. I was afraid he would. That's just exactly the point, ma'am. I don't think that Whizzer is ready for marriage.
Now, let me tell you something. If I want to marry Whizzer McGee or anybody else, I'll make up my own mind. I'm a grown woman. matter of fact, I may seriously consider Mr. McGee's proposal as soon as he comes into his inheritance.
His inheritance? What inheritance?
Mr. McGee happens to have some very rich relatives. We were discussing them at dinner.
Ma'am, Whizzer McGee is an orphan.
What?
He don't even know who his relatives are. As a matter of fact, he don't even know what his real name is. He just picked McGee from some Pharaoh dealer he once knew or something.
Dirty, lying little squirt.
Well, thank you for the talk, ma'am.
Men, I'll just never learn.
Night. Whizzer, could I talk to you for a minute?
Sure. Hush, you know Clint Otis, don't you?
Yeah, hi. Step outside with me, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Excuse us for a minute.
Naturally. Look, Whizzer, I don't want to seem like I'm preaching no sermons to you or nothing, but I don't like the company you're keeping.
Hey, well, Hush, Otis just come in and sat down with me.
Yeah, I know. I seen him. I don't trust him, Whizzer. He's the kind of feller that can get you mixed up in something. I know.
No, I'm not gonna get mixed up in anything. Well, it's just... You might be a potential customer. If I'm gonna get anywhere in this town, I gotta start someplace.
Look, Whizzer, Mr. Otis ain't the kind of man that's gonna be buying nothing from Mr. Mashman. Now, if you want to get started and started right, you come on and go out to Ponderosa with me right now and convince my pa to order that stove.
I know, Hush. Okay, let's go, huh? This particular model of the Wellington Highboy, Mr. Cartwright, it has a special double reinforced oven. Yes, sir. And a semi-adjustable flue cleaner. Why, it's an 8-pot burner. It comes complete with a Wellington Highboy shut-off shuttle plate. Hoppy can make the best Irish stew you ever tasted. Just and trout a la Joseph of the Ritz and Diab of Sacramento.
All right. I've just bought the Wellington Highboy.
Hey! Put her there, Mr. Cartwright. You made a wise decision.
Get plenty good cooking now.
We're going to eat like regular Frenchmen, ain't we, Paul?
You do pretty good on plain American cooking, Hoss.
Oh, Paul, you know that's all muscle.
Come in.
There's some ash burn.
Oh, morning, Sonny. I mean, McGee. What can I do for you?
Well, I sold a new Wellington Highboy to the Cartwrights last night. I need some cash. Could I have an advance on my salary?
Store policy. No advances. Made the policy myself, and I live up to it. Right to the letter.
Yeah, I know, but...
A rule is a rule, and that's that. Oh, by the way, McGee, better make some arrangements to get that stove out to the Cartwrights.
Melissa,
Who's there?
it's me, McGee.
You sneaking little liar. How dare you come here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't? Rich relatives. Huh. Why, you don't even know who your own folks were.
Who told you that?
Your friend, Hoss Cartwright, that's who.
I never said I had rich relatives. I just said I'd have money someday, and I will.
Sure you will.
Melissa, have dinner with me tonight, huh? Let me explain.
How you gonna pay Big Red? Words?
Don't worry about that. Just say you'll have dinner with me.
Listen, Mr. McGee, I work here, so I'll be here. Other than that, just remember what I said. The men in my life are spelled M-O-N-E-Y.
Sure, honey. Yeah, I'll see you tonight, huh? Yeah, come in.
I hear you're looking for me, Whizzer.
Hey, Otis. Look, I'll get right to the point. You offered to lend me some money. Well, I'm broke. I need some right away.
Sure. Just as soon as you do a little job for me.
Keep talking.
I need access to your room tonight. Just leave the alley door unlocked, see? Then go over to the Silver Dollar or anywhere you want and spend the evening.
You're planning on robbing Mashburn?
No, I promise you, Mr. Mashburn's Emporium won't be disturbed.
I think I ought to know a little bit more about what's going on.
The less you know, the less you got to talk about. Just go over to the Silver Dollar and no one will ever know you've been involved.
Nah, I'm not so sure I want any part of it.
I'm gonna pay you a pretty penny just to leave a door unlocked and keep your mouth shut. Now, you want it or not?
Hey, wait a minute. When do I get my money?
Come on over at the Silver Dollar anytime. One thing. Keep your mouth shut, or you'd be a dead little squirt instead of a live one. We pull the job tonight, Saturday. That gives us all day Sunday for the wagon to head for Sacramento. By the time they open the bank Monday, they'll never trace it. And then we join the posse to make sure they don't.
What if McGee gets wise we're using his room to get through to the bank?
The only thing McGee's interested in is Melissa. And I've seen to it that he's got the money and the opportunity to pursue his hobby.
What a sucker.
Yeah, he's a 5-foot man with 6-foot ideas.
Bartender. Another brandy, my dear?
No, thanks. I have to work tonight, remember?
Well, someday soon, you won't have to work anymore at all. You'll have other people working for you.
Now, let's not start that inheritance business again.
But I'm telling you the truth. I will have money someday. Look, I gotta deliver a stove to the Ponderosa tomorrow. Why don't you drive along with me? The fresh air will do you good.
Fresh air makes me sneeze.
I might have a surprise for you.
What kind of a surprise?
Why don't you come along and find out?
Well,
Hey, Whizzer. I'm looking all over for you. Living high on the hog, ain't you?
please. I must get ready for my number.
What about what we were talking about?
Well, if you're not too early.
What's all that about, Whizzer?
Whatever's between me and my lady friend is none of your business. And I wish you'd kindly remember that.
Your lady friend?
That's what I said.
Pretty expensive looking victuals. Keep eating like this, and that commission from that stove ain't gonna last you 2 nights, little buddy.
Don't you little buddy me. You double-crossing.
Hey, what's got into you?
What's got into me? You. You're going behind my back to Melissa. You're trying to break us up.
Oh, sit down, Whizzer. Melissa don't care nothing about you. She don't care nothing about nobody unless they got money.
Meaning I'll never have any, huh?
I didn't say that. 5, 10 years?
5, 10 years?
Wait a minute, where are you going?
None of your business. Just because you done me a favor once, well, that doesn't mean you can run my life.
you doing here?
I just saw Mr. Mashburn at the Silver Dollar. He's on his way over here. Yeah, well, get in my room till I get rid of him. Howdy, Mr. Mashburn. McGee, now what are you doing here? I just come over to check out that inventory, Mr. Mashburn. That's right smart of you, young feller. Yes, sir, but it's all taken care of. Now, Mr. Mashburn, why don't you go home and get a good night's sleep? Yeah, well, I might just do that, young feller. Good night, McGee. Yes, well, good night, Mr. Mashburn. I said good night. Good night, McGee. He's gone.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, let's get this crate out of here.
Hey, Whizzer, I was just coming out to help you load that.
It's already loaded. I figure I'm gonna be a big merchant in 5 or 10 years. I gotta give the customers some service.
You ain't still mad?
Nah, I feel fine this morning.
I'll tie my horse on behind and ride out with you.
Well, not yet. Melissa's gonna ride along.
Melissa?
Sure. Fresh air will do her good.
Here, Whizzer. All right.
Mike, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be with a wagon.
I got news for you. The wagon tipped over in a creek bed. One of the crates popped open. All that was in it was nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts. Somebody pulled a switch.
Mm-hmm. Guess who?
Yeah, and we fell for it. When that little runt told us that old man Mashburn was coming to check the inventory.
That's when he made the switch, the dirty little rat.
Come on, I bet I know what happened to our money.
Oh. Hey, Paul! Adam! Joe! Come on out, look at the new stove! Hey, Paul!
I've seen only one here. They all come back after sundown. You got new stove.
Yeah, ain't it pretty? Hey, Hopsy, you got anything to eat in there?
Catch 'em plenty good pig's feet cooking.
Good.
Oh, please.
Yeah, Hopsing, that we ought to be able to beat that. That ain't quite fitting and proper for a lady. Go in there and see if you can't round up something else.
Stay with me, Melissa. I'll go water the horses, Hoss.
All right. Meantime, me and Hopsing will scramble up something to eat.
Whizzer, why are you locking us up in here? Now remember, I outweigh you by 20 pounds.
Shh. Come on, close your eyes.
Close my...
Yeah, close them. Here.
you rob a bank?
No. But didn't I tell you I'd have money, Melissa? Didn't I? Why, this'll buy us San Francisco, New York, and Europe. We'll stay at the grandest hotels, and I'll buy you clothes, diamonds.
Stop. You're going too far, too fast.
Oh, sure, honey. But you'll be going as Mrs. Whizzer McGee. Well, you know that, don't you?
How much did you say you've got?
The whole stove's full of money. But there's one thing, though.
Sure, there always is.
No, I want us to leave from here, not go back to town.
And leave all my things?
I'll get you better things. 10 times better. I'll unload the money. You go in and entertain Hoss, huh?
What are you two doing out here? I thought you was going to take the... Where'd you get that, Whizzer?
He inherited it.
While I'm worried about you cheating at cards, you're out robbing a bank, right?
No, I did no such of a thing.
Where'd you get it?
I found it. Yeah, I found it, Hoss. And finders are keepers, you know that. Finders are keepers.
You found it at a bank. That's exactly where you're going to take it right back to.
No! No, Hoss. This is my big chance. My big chance. All my life, it's been small stakes. Penny ante, little man. But money, Hoss. Money will make me big.
Whizzer, there ain't nothing that'll make you big except yourself. You yourself. If you go through with this, you'll be running and hiding the rest of your life.
That's all I've ever done.
Whizzer, now you got a chance to change all that. Back at Mashburn's.
Ashburns. Why don't you get out of his way, you outsized oaf?
Where's that runt McGee?
What do you want with it?
He's got something that belongs to me.
How'd you do that?
My money and they ain't taking it.
McGee, listen to me. You give us back the money and we'll let you have a split.
So, it's Clink's money. Why, you little weasel.
No, it was never his. Please, Melissa, stay with me.
And get shot? Oh, no, thanks, Shorty. This is the end of the lot.
No, please.
You know your trouble, McGee. You're an itty-bitty frog trying to swim the ocean. A little man in a big, big world. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't have gone away with you for all the money in the world. Clink! Hold on, it's Melissa. I'm coming out.
I know it's just the money. I could get 3, 4 of her. Any place.
Whizzer, come on. We can't hold them off with one gun. Let's go through this back door to the house and get a rifle.
Just take it easy and nobody get hurt.
Otis, Whizzer ain't taking that money. It's going back to the bank.
It's going with me. I don't care if I have to kill the both of you.
Well, I reckon that's what you're gonna have to do.
Stop! Drop your gun. This gun shoot very wide.
Whizzer, what you want to go and do a dang fool thing like that for?
Why? 'Cause you're the only friend I ever had, Oz.
Whizzer, you could have had lots of friends.
Melissa was right. I'd always be a little man in a big world.
Think.
He's dead.
The little man?
Yeah. 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 Little man. You got any other names you'd like to call him? Like Rut, Weasel, Shorty, Half Pint. You got any other names?
That's what he was, wasn't he? A little man.
A little man.